Okay. The night before, we had a big engagement party for Christian and Olivia. And the next day, they start till later, till like 5 o'clock. So we were all just exhausted from the party the night before. So we're literally all in our, decent clothes at first, like thinking, okay, maybe something will happen. We had probably 10 people here, like a lot of Olivia's sisters, their boyfriends, some friends, Luke's buddies. So, and we're all just kind of hanging out. And the night goes on, it goes on. And we actually stopped thinking even about it. We have it on, of course, and Ed and Christian are watching, and people are playing chess and backgammon. But we have Max, my oldest son, who was a coach on the Dolphins. He was getting all the information ahead of the TV, ahead of us. So he was privy to a lot of stuff. So he called probably 10 times that day, like saying, oh, a receiver went, this happened, things that were pertinent, like for Luke. So he called like a million times. It was awesome. It was great. He kept us up to date, but we're like, okay, that was Luke. So we kind of got immune to like Luke receiving calls because we're like, oh, it's just Max all day. Mm-hmm. So I don't even know how much time's left on the clock or how much, but there was a couple picks left. And by then we've kind of all tuned it out and we're like, okay, we'll get a great night's sleep. Hopefully tomorrow will be a good day. This will be great. And we're still kind of tired from the night before. And then all of a sudden it's after 10 o'clock and half of us are in our pajamas. And Luke gets a call, and I see it from the corner of my eye. I see him, and I'm like, oh, it's just probably Max again. And he gets a call, and he looks down, and I think he could see that it was a different area code, or he probably knew the area code at the time. And he looks up, and he looks at Max and Christian, and has this, like, I'll never forget it, this like amazing smile. It's like the perfect smile on his face that we knew, okay, that's something. And he picks it up and he starts pacing. And so all of us was like, oh, we all freaked out. And we're like, and then when it was kind of cool because none of us said anything. Instead of like cheering or anything, we're all like, who is it? Because there was a bunch of picks still left and we didn't know which one it was at that point because we're way ahead of the TV. So we're like, who? We were all like freaking out. And we're literally like walking around just following him with our phones. As I think you by then you see the picture. And anyway, he's on the call with a GM, and then he's on the call with the coach. And then the phone call itself was a couple minutes. So we're all like anxiously awaiting. We still didn't know who it was. And Ed narrowed it down. He's like, could either be the Rams or Washington. And we're like, okay, whatever. And then he finally gets on the phone and we yelled who. And then he said Commanders, and we all cheered and hugged him. And it was a really special time.
You could like feel the joy that video of you giving him the mama bear hug. Like I had tears in my eyes watching it. I was like, it was just a moment, and it's going to be one that you all remember for forever.